Hi, Jena, Skai here, and I wanted to share with you a message that I received this morning in my meditation. And it's something that I think I needed to shed some light on to help some people. So I wanted to talk about the voices, those whispers, the talk we have inside our own heads, right? And a lot of times we don't talk about these things and we don't discuss them, and it becomes this mess of confusion for people that don't know and don't understand. Thankfully, in today's world, we have Google and we have Facebook and we have all these outlets to where we can look things up and read blog posts and get some insight to questions that we have. But I know that there's probably still some of you that aren't aware. And so I wanted to address this because this message that I received this morning was pretty deep. And I didn't even have all my coffee yet. Yeah. So, I wanted to address the negative self-talk that we get in our head, right? So, if you're preparing to do something, you're putting yourself out there, and you start getting this ugly, negative kind of voice that keeps popping up, like, who are you to be doing this? You're not good enough for this. Just the negative little remarks that kind of happen in your head, and you're like, whoa, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. And you start second guessing yourself. So that is the voice of your ego. And your ego self is deeply rooted in the lower chakras and lower vibrational energy. Okay, so let's understand that aspect of it first. It's not something to hate or dislike or disown about yourself. That voice is a voice of protection for you. So if we approach it from a place of love, because I believe in doing everything heart-centered. So approach it from a place of love, right? And look at what the message that it's telling you. It might be a negative message because that's the way that the ego voice works, is in a negative aspect, right? So even if its message is, you're not good enough, okay, whoa, stop. Why is this voice coming in and trying to tell me that I'm not good enough? Okay, so the ego voice is the voice of the human self, our world, our physical world, our material world here. So before we put ourselves out there in this physical world, and it's out there, because once it's out there, that is what's perceived as truth, right? So this voice is saying, whoa, stop, time out, pause. Make sure before you go ahead that you have everything together so that you don't feel like you weren't good enough, that you didn't do a good enough job, that you didn't give 100% of yourself, right? This is what that voice is saying, just in a negative way. So before you try to disown this voice, know that this is a voice of protection for you. And it may not come across as positive, but you've got to be the one to decipher it and see the positive message that is coming from it. What is it there to do? How is it serving you? That is the power in this work, in transforming and really changing your life, is being able to look at that negative ego self-talk and be like, okay, why is this talk here? Where is it coming from? What message is it truly trying to send? And how can I ensure that I am protecting myself in what I'm doing, and I am living up to my full potential, so that this, whatever this negative thing is that it brought up, does not happen, that I don't have to feel that energy, right? So then we have another voice in our mind, which is that mental, emotional kind of place that we come into. That's where our intuition is, our own thoughts, our analytical mind, logical, rational, irrational thoughts, and that's where we use that mind to work through that ego talk, right? And so we have to activate that part of ourselves. So when we do that, we're pulling the energy up. We're pulling the energy up in our chakra layers. So we're able to work through those deeper icky, shadowy energies, right? So as we come to that circle of it, then we can elevate our energy even more and into that third voice, which is the higher self. So our higher self wants to communicate with us, our soul self, right? So this energy is way high. And this energy, being high vibration, is positive. It's pure light. It's pure potential. It really emanates that limitless possibility of everything that you can do, right? So when we tap into that energy, that's when the magic happens. That's when we are in this place of, oh, I didn't even think I could do this way, and then this would open all these doors, and you start to see a much larger picture. But all of this is part of the process. And so the point of this was wanting to tell you and really get through to you that when you're in the beginning stages and you're receiving that negative ego self-talk, please know you are not alone. We all have it. We all experience it. And I guarantee you, if you were to post on Facebook, oh, I have this nagging voice in my head telling me I'm not good enough, or telling me I'm not smart enough, or telling me, who am I to be doing this? You're a fraud. I guarantee you would see so many people commenting, oh my God, me too. Because we all have it. So please know that you're not alone, that it's part of that internal process of transformation, of getting you to another level of being and understanding. And it's teaching you to be able to tap into that energy. That's really what it's doing. So I just wanted to share this message with you because I thought it was very important. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, you got to work to get up to that higher self voice, because that is where the magic is. Blessings.